Thank you for having me. Okay, so yeah, what I have for you all today with this DNA rewire and this activation is more inner child work. And I think it is just the absolute most important work we could ever do. And it is the starting point of all of this awakening. And so that's what I wanted to share with you today. So, really thinking about how we came into this world just bright and beautiful with all of our gifts and our authenticity, and we didn't have anybody tell us who to be, and we weren't conditioned yet. But slowly over time, the people in our lives gave us their own wounds and their own trauma, told us how to behave, and that rewire began then. And so I have a lot of other things that I love to do, but at the top of that list is always inner child healing. And so we're going to start at the source with this activation and this rewire. And so, this is something that I'm going to offer to you that you can do literally anytime. I sit with my inner little one often. I consult with her. I let her be in on decisions in my life. I ask her what she needs. But this specifically today, we are going to activate first. And so, to consider this, you are activated. Your inner child has been spoken to after this. Your inner child is a part of your experience after this. And if you already have inner child work, maybe some of the transmissions that I'm guiding through and the intuitive hits that I'm getting are going to help you go even deeper into that work. And so that's what I have for you today. And so I would love if we could just get still and quiet for a moment. I'm sure you're already in a comfortable place, but if you can do anything to make yourself 2 or 5% more comfortable, go ahead and do that, closing your eyes if you haven't done so already, so we can really tune in to that inner landscape and that inner voice. And I personally love to place a hand or both hands on my heart, or maybe on some place of my body where I don't feel super duper safe. And I need to give myself a little bit of that motherly love or that inner child love. A lot of the time for me, that's on my belly. So maybe taking a moment here to just do a body scan and notice if there's somewhere on your body that you could place your hands to kind of find that comforting, healing, parental loving space. And once you've found that, we're just going to breathe really deeply. We're going to start to deepen the breath in through the nose and take a nice long exhale out through the mouth. Big breath in through the nose, big breath out through the mouth. And every time you inhale, you can imagine a bright, beaming, almost rainbow of light coming through your body. And this light, it can be whatever color you'd like it to be. Maybe it is rainbow, maybe it's gold or white or blue or yellow or whatever comes to you intuitively. Keep breathing in and out through the nose and mouth. And we're going to see that light going through your body, literally rewiring your DNA. Breathing in, see the light. Breathing out, feel yourself soften. The light travels through all of those deep grooves and patterns in your brain where we've got behaviors that we learned at a young age that have been ingrained with repetition. And you can imagine that that light is almost like a fresh coat of snow in those grooves, just kind of covering it up, creating a new ability to be rewired and all the beautiful changes you're going to make during and after this meditation. So just seeing that happen with that bright light, whatever color you've chosen, as you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And if you ever are done breathing out through the mouth, you can go ahead and guide that breath in and out through the nose and just feel the softening, the warmth of that breath traveling to every cell in your body. And we're going to continue with that rewiring rainbow of light, that stream of light that's just coming through your body. It's poured all that fresh snow over the grooves in your brain. And now it's traveling just down to your throat. And so, something I feel incredibly passionate about is opening up the throat chakra and connecting to our authentic and divine voice. So, we were all born with specific medicine and gifts that we came to the world to express that humanity needs for us to expand and ascend as the collective. And over time, just with everything else, we get quiet because we're trying to fit in or make sure that we don't ruffle feathers. And so we're going to go ahead and see that light going to that throat space and just see it moving through and rewiring opening, expressing, allowing whatever those words are, whatever that expression is that you've been hiding for whatever reason, is just gently, slowly opening up. And depending on where you are, you might even let out a big breath with a sigh. Maybe just activating that vibration. You could you could hum, you could say something out loud. Just kind of feel that rewiring and activating. Those are two of my favorite words, rewire and activate. Continue to breathe here and just kind of feel that magic flowing through your body. And as we breathe on your next exhale, see if you can soften your shoulders a little bit. They like to go up here. So, can we soften them down? And then think about opening up your heart. So, pushing your heart forward. You can keep your hands on your body wherever they've been keeping you safe and held. If that's still on your heart, that's beautiful. And see that light traveling down to your heart space. That space that over time, over conditioning, over experiences, over things that have happened to us in our lives, we start to close off here out of self preservation, out of protection. And we're going to go ahead and activate the heart chakra and rewire that right now. So see that light traveling, whatever your visual is, around your heart space. And see it removing any closed off feelings, protection, self preservation, any struggles with vulnerability. I'm doing this right now too, because I could always use this. And just see it softly, lovingly removing those boundaries and opening you up. One more big breath in and out. We're going to go ahead and see that light travel down to the belly. You might even place your hands there if that feels helpful, comforting. Breathing there and just knowing that we are allowing this magical energy, this transmission to travel through our entire body and rewire anything that we are ready to let go of, anything that we need to rewire to move us forward into the next chapter, abundant area of our life, so that we can really shine our unique authenticity out into the world, share our medicine with the world, and help the expansion of ourselves and each other. So, seeing that light in your belly, in your solar plexus area, so it's kind of like right above your belly button, a little bit below the heart, there's that action center. We're going to go ahead and let this activation move any energy that is keeping you from creating aligned action in your life that allows you to express your unique gifts to the world. Just see it moving all of that out and away and creating a fresh place for you to tune into and move from a place of intuition, move from a place of alignment. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. And now we see that light travel down into the sacral chakra. So that sort of pelvic bowl area. And this is our center of creativity. So everything, and we're going to get to talk to them in a moment. We're going to sit with your inner child, but everything that they love to do coming into the world, their creativity before it was stifled by anyone telling them that it wasn't practical or stop doing that because you're annoying people or whatever it was that happened that over time stifled your favorite things to do in your creativity. We're going to connect to that now, and we're going to use that light to move any gunk or junk out of that area, any of the stories from others, any of the don't do that, or the things that stop you from connecting to your unique, innate creative gifts. We're going to move that now with that light. So see that light moving through, cleaning out the corners of trauma or anything that stops you from really living that out now in your adult life. Just see that moving. And as you see that moving and cleaning, just breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful. Keep going. Ah. And then allowing that beautiful light, our cleansing, rewiring, activating light moving down to the root chakra, base of the spine. So, that center that makes us feel safe, that makes us feel secure, that we have all of our needs met. One of the most beautiful parts about inner child work is that no matter what it was that you did not receive as a child, no matter what pains your parents or guardians may have put you through, you have all of the power and all of the ability to give your little one and yourself that right now. So, anything that you need to feel safe, even if you don't know what that is yet, we're going to tune in a little bit to what that is, but just suspend disbelief and accept the idea that you have everything you need to give yourself that safety, security, and everything that your little one is asking for. Seeing that light just kind of traveling around in that root chakra, creating that safe, comfortable place for this activation, for this healing that we're doing today, for this place that we're going to connect with our little one and see what it is they have to tell us. Breathing in and breathing out. And we're going to see that light from the root all the way up through the crown of the head. See that beautiful transmission traveling through the body, connecting all of those energy centers, creating this beautiful safe space for healing and connection with our inner child. And we're going to see that light travel up through the top of the head, through that crown chakra, and it's moving up into the heavens, into the universe. And there's almost an infinity loop happening from the top of your head to the energy of the universe and back into your body. So it's circling. So not only do you have the ability to reparent yourself and hold space for little you and big you and whatever you need, you're also divinely connected to all that is, that divine connection to the universal energy that is going to support you today and always. Because again, like I said, we are activated in this now, so you will be able to revisit this at any time. So let's just take about 5 breaths here to feel that circular moving energy and just feel that divine connection before we move forward. And now that we've created this space and we've activated through all the chakras, we've cleaned out anything that doesn't need to be there. We've created space for the rewire that we're about to do. I want you to invite your little one to join you if they have not already. I know for me, sometimes I struggle with visualization. So I will occasionally use a picture of myself as a little one to kind of see that. But she shows up at different ages and she can even morph during the course of a meditation. So just let them come in. Let them sit with you. If it's been a while or you've never done inner child work before, they may be a little hesitant to come join you. Treat them with love and kindness and just wait patiently for them. They might be sitting across the opposite side of the room. They might immediately come into your lap and want a hug. Just take a few moments here to visualize them coming into this beautiful safe space that you've created within your body and your experience. And wherever they are, I want you to see them. I want you to really look at them. What do they look like? What are they wearing? What is the expression like on their face? What are they doing with their body? Are they still? Are they frantic? Are they dancing around? Are they curled up and afraid? Just no judgment on anything. Just notice how they are in this moment right now. And what we're cultivating here today is either a deeper relationship if you already do this work, or an initial relationship if this is new to you with your inner child. So, this will be an ongoing relationship that needs your attention and your nurturing. And so, just knowing that and knowing there's no need to rush anything, just really start to see them. And you could even imagine that you're seeing them in a way that you always craved to be seen, really taking them in and noticing them. Taking in their energy, taking in their appearance, taking in whatever it is you're feeling off of them. And for a moment, I want you to see them and then see you in them and see that you are both one. You are currently taking on the role of the nurturer, the parent, but you are also them. So any emotions that you experience, anything that comes up for you during this is you. But this powerful activation teaches you that in those moments when you experience pain or grief or vulnerability or hardship, you have everything you need to help them through that, to help yourself through that. And so we're just going to take a moment with that energy before we move forward. Continue to breathe. And now I want you to tell them, and this is going to be something very important as you spend time with them and invite them into your life and into your decisions and into moving forward, is letting them know that you have all the time in the world for them. They don't need to hurry, they don't need to quickly tell you what's going on. And you want to really connect to the idea that there is no right or wrong way for them to express their feelings, because we want to try to bypass all of the things that we have learned as adults over the course of our lives of how to do things, and really try to let them come into their authentic expression and how they want to talk to you. So just tell them, I have all day. I have time for you. I'm not going anywhere. My arms are open. My heart is open. What do you need to say? So let's spend a moment with that energy right there. Continue to breathe. And now that we've cultivated this relationship, we've begun this space, we've got the healed, beautiful space that we created, we've got them here. It's time to connect with them. And we're going to rewire all the way back up the chakra system. And so we're going to connect with them first at the root, at that space of safety. What do they need to feel secure? What do they need to feel held and like they can move forward in authentic expression without being afraid, without worrying about what others are going to think? What is that sort of safety piece that they need? So I want you to sit and look at them, and maybe you've invited them into your lap at this point, or they're sitting across from you, or they're still across the room. Wherever they are is totally fine. You might even change the landscape here because you can. And so if you would like to hear them for a moment and then move yourself to a place that would make both of you feel more secure, maybe that's by a creek, in a forest, maybe that's in your favorite play place, maybe that's at a coffee shop. Where do you feel the most safe? Can we kind of change the landscape to be that space? And once you've found that, or if you stay in the same room, that's also no wrong way to do this. Can you ask them, what is it that you've been needing to feel safe and secure so you can step into your fullest, most authentic expression and share your unique gifts and medicine with the world? I'm going to give us 5 breaths here just to listen to their answer. And whatever their answer is, even if you have a reaction of, I have no idea how I'm going to make that happen for you, I don't even know how to do that myself, that's very common in this kind of work. Remember that we have this beautiful circular energy coming through the universe, all the way through our being and back up, and that we are one with the universe, that you will get the divine guidance to make that happen as long as we set the intention and we know what it is they're asking for. So don't worry about the how, just worry about the fact that you hear them. Now you know what they need, and all of the steps are going to be shown to you to move forward from there. Take a breath in and a breath out. Okay, this is the most fun part, in my opinion. We're going to move up to the sacral chakra, so that creativity center. Now, this is what you came into the world loving to do. And even if you're like, well, I don't really create, I'm not making art, it doesn't have to be that. It's whatever was coming through your being as a child before any of that was stifled. So I want you to sit and look at them and really see them. And maybe you can imagine them doing that thing. For mine, she loves to sing and dance. That's what she really loves to do. And so, what is it that they really love to do? that if you asked them when they were 5 what they wanted to be when they grow up, they would tell you immediately what it was. And maybe it's a lot of things, and that's okay. But I want you to really see them and connect to whatever creativity is moving through them as a child. And again, we don't need to know the how or why. We're simply listening, and we know that the divine guidance is going to be given to us to move forward. So take a moment there, listen to them, see them, and breathe. We're going to go ahead and move up. So into that solar plexus area in the belly, that aligned action center. What would they be doing before the world told them how to do it, what to be? I want you to see them and listen to them. And even if it makes no sense, even if adult you is like, well, that won't work. That doesn't make any sense. That's not logical. That's what we're kind of transcending here, to just hear the wisdom of them. They know so much and they want to share it with you. And it might even be the next thing that you need for an aligned action step in the current time space of your life right now. So just take a moment here to listen to how they would do things. How would they move forward and act? Take a few breaths. And then we move our attention up to the heart. And this is really hearing how they would love, how they would open before anything bad ever happened to them and stopped them from wanting to have an open heart. Anything made them feel like they had a vulnerability hangover. Anything that has happened to them over the years of becoming where you are now. How did they love before they were told how to love? How did they love before their heart was quote unquote broken? How do they want to embrace the world from their open hearted space? I want you to take a few breaths here to just hear what they have to say. And then finally, we're going to move up to the throat, and then we're going to do a little quick activation in the third eye and the crown. So, up in this throat chakra, again, so this and creativity are my two favorite ones to do in an inner child activation. What do they want to say? What do they want to sing? What do they want to speak? Do they need to yell? Do they need to scream? Do they need to say something out loud that they were never able to say? Do they need to set more boundaries? There's something there that they have to tell you when it comes to how you speak and show yourself up in the world. And so I want you to listen to them. And depending on where you are, if you're in a safe place, if you want to repeat what they say out loud or take a moment to scream into a pillow or sing something or hum something, kind of activate with them here. Take a few breaths. And then for the third eye and the crown, that's our connection to source. That's our connection to the universe. That's our divine connection. So our third eye are able to see and use our intuition and see the bigger truth. They already know that. So they're there to share that with you, to remind you that you've had that your whole life and lifetimes before. And then I like to think of this crown chakra almost as a USB to the universe, and that you can access this at any time. You can plug in at any time. And again, they're here to remind you of that. So just as much as you're here to reparent them and hold them, they are there to show you your divinity. They're there to show you your magic, and you are now in this relationship with your inner child. I invite you to let them be in on your decisions, but also reparent them through patterns and behaviors that you may have created over the years that you now know better. And you can tell them, we don't have to do that anymore. We can do this. So it's this relationship, this back and forth, this give and take. And so one more moment here, I want you to breathe and see them. And again, it's okay if they're not ready for a hug. It's okay if they're not ready to come closer. But if they are, give yourself that opportunity to embrace little you. This always makes me want to cry. Embrace little you. Give them a big hug. Give them all the love that they need. Let them give it right back to you. And even if they're across the room and they're not ready, just give them an air hug. Give them a little love. Tell them how much you love them. Hear them say how much they love you. So this is activated. This is rewired. There is no need to move forward from the same place ever again. They are magic, you are magic, and together you're really able to create that quantum leap forward. So just, I invite you to revisit this space anytime, really consult with them, let them be a part of your life. And with that, good job, amazing. And I'll just come back. Yeah.
All right.